about to meet the team that I've been working with for years online, in person for the first time. This is pretty amazing. People from all over the world coming here in Mexico, and they are about to pull up at this gate here.
Alex, what's up? Very nice.
It's happening, y'all.
Everyone's super, super excited, and we all just met for the first time ever. So really, really excited for this weekend.
Hey, what is up? Webflow in the house, Finsweet. We're here, episode 34. What's up, Webflowers? What's up, everybody? This is the first episode. We're here live in person. What's up, Joe?
Wow.
Yeah, let's.
No more split screen.
No more
Same
split
screen.
Like, yeah, we could actually like.
Not a visual effect. We're here.
Yeah, and we have the whole team behind us. So what's up, everybody? Say hey. And not the whole team. We want to give a quick shout out and a little bit of love to everybody who couldn't make it. Obviously, there's a lot of travel restrictions and things that are happening right now with what's going on in the world. And so, just a little bit of issues everybody getting here. But hopefully you like that intro. We're going to have a lot more of that as we go through. We're not following a regular episode today. We don't have the little sidebar. We don't have a specific topic. This topic is really just ask us questions, interact with the audience. We got the team here to ask and answer any questions that you all might be interested in. And so, Joe, tell me what you're thinking as we just get into day one of co-working in Merida.
Yeah, pretty crazy working with people online for so long and then working in a real life experience. And that's exactly what we're doing now. We have a whole week planned out of excursions in Mexico, of co-working sessions like today, and it's really exciting seeing how people work. And it kind of feels really similar. Seeing people work in this live setting, it doesn't feel weird or different. We're just doing what we have to do. So I'm excited. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun.
Very fun.
It's been stressful. It's been like. I can't even tell you. So like 10 minutes before we're getting ready to stream, literally, I step out to use the restroom for 2 seconds and I come back and my computer's like an Apple update screen view. And I think it's auto installing the OS. And if anybody's been with us for a while, you know that we have had some technical challenges. And if that OS would have updated, it would have ruined everything. So we're by the skin of our teeth. Got here all figured out and we're excited. Let's say what's up to everyone in the crowd. Let's see who's in the comments real quick and say hello to, let's see, Aditya. What's up, Aditya? We wish you were here. Alberto Babas, Christopher Coleman, Colleen Brady in the house, Kari Moen, what's up? Daniel Cobb, what's up, Daniel? Emma George, Eric Mejia, Grace Walker, Jay Poucher, Iku, Jeremy Lennox, what's up? Kai Jolly. We're missing all of you folks. Ludovic Magdalena is actually here though. Where's she at? She's watching, but she's also here with us. Great. Maggie, let's see, Miriela is here. Nav, Penny, Rodolfo, Rohan. Oh, hey Rohan, what's up? Shais, Stephen Hilario, Vianney, Vimalan, what is up, everybody? Okay, so we've got a couple things we're gonna do today. We've been like talking about traveling and doing these streams from the road for a while, and we've been like talking about this box that we're building. So if you see, we're streaming from this little case right here. And so I wanna we're gonna play a little intro of how we got here, and then the ideas that these videos are gonna build on themselves. So as we go, as the weeks progress, maybe we don't do this yet. Did you want to share a little bit? Do we like open this up? Do we hold off a little bit? Do we tease them?
Yeah,
a little
we
bit?
always have to tease them.
Let's tease the folks a little bit.
Of course.
So who's got the first question for the crowd here? Who's got the first question for the Finsweet squad? Joe, do you got something you want to ask any of these like We don't get a chance to be in the same room with any of these folks. And they're all pretending like they're diligently working. Either that or they're all watching this stream. But who's got some thoughts to share? Like, let's get some thoughts from the actual crowd. Who wants to like grab the mic and share, like, what are your thoughts? Traveling to Mexico, working with the team, share your thoughts about, does anybody care to share? Just about where we're at? That's what happens when you give the mic to a room of introverts. Yeah, grab that mic.
Like this? Yeah. So first of all, I think that it was a super weird experience for all of us, like, cause we've been working together, like there's some people in here we've working together for years already. Not me, but almost. And meeting in real life was like the weirdest experience at the first time. But then you feel like this is your team anyways. Like we've been working together so long that after all the awkwardness and stuff, that first time meeting, it was super awesome. And these days are being super great, like having this team and feeling everything. So yeah, I just wanted to share this feeling that we have. Like I feel like everyone in here are just like feeling as a team before, like in Slack, but now we together, and we were like super emotional for being able to just speak, like I can say just something to somebody because I need something. So yeah, that's cool. That's what I wanted to share. Anybody else?
Hey, Brazil.
Hey, Rain. Yeah, this is super awesome experience. We're so happy to be here, like gathering with the entire team. This is something that we can only dream during this time. So nobody, like, we believed that this will happen maybe 50%, but now we're here. This is awesome. We're in one room. Like, I can hug people in real life. You can't do this like online. I mean, like, remote work is amazing, but I want to hug Alex for his amazing job. I want to hug another Alex because he's my friend, and just like everybody. So it's super excited to be here. Thanks, Joe, for organizing this. So this is like really, really, really cool experience to be here. Thanks. Anybody else? No? Okay.
And it's true, it is weird. Meeting people that you've been working with for the first time in real life is a weird feeling. But I think that feeling lasted for about 5 minutes. And then it was like, okay, I know these people. I truly know who this person is right away. So that's really, really nice. It's nice to have that team connection without actually meeting. So yeah, we've been rocking out for a few days now, but it feels like we've been together for a month. It really feels like a natural experience here, which is really cool for remote work.
Well, and it's been, you know, some people have been on the team for a year plus. Mm-hmm. Some have joined fairly recently. Some have been around for, a couple years. And so it's like, it's interesting to see in this remote work world that we live in, you know, it's like the opposite of what's going on. Right now, all of these offices that like work together are distributing and going remote. And right now we have the opposite, where a remote company is just coming together. And I don't know how often we'll do these. I don't know what this leads to in the future. We're trying to just create cool content on the road, which again, we'll show you another little cut, and hopefully that will kind of grow as it goes. But let's see if we got anything interesting coming in from the crowd here. I haven't really been seeing the comments. So let's see. Joe, drinking a margarita is asking.
Exactly.
To put that sweet Hawaiian shirt back on. So they were watching the video. That's probably from the intro there. Okay, Maggie says it'd be cool if everyone on the team introduced themselves and what they do. That's a great idea.
Cool.
See, Maggie, this is why we have the crowd involved in all of this, because we have no idea what we're doing. Literally just making this show up as we go. And so I think that's a spectacular idea. Yeah. Obviously, you all know us, so who should we start? Alex, who has the mic? Who's closest to the mic here? Give me.
Is it working? Yeah. I'm the technical lead. I'm mostly working on community projects and building stuff that you guys can use later. So and yeah, internal projects. So that's my job. And yeah, like trying to figure out solutions for anything that comes up that can be solved and could be appreciated both internally and for the community.
Don't show too much of Alex's screen there.
Yeah,
you know,
blur
the
that out.
resolution's too high, so.
Hi, I'm Emmanuel. I'm a content creator here at Finsweet, and I'm helping you all learn how to use our cool products that Alex and all the other guys here are building. And yeah, that's it.
Hi, I'm Luis, and I'm just the data entry guy, the data migration. So I just, do that.
Hey, I'm Rohan. I'm from India. I help Finsweet with operations, backend system, automation, with clients, just a little bit of everything. Yeah, thanks.
Hey, I'm Sergey. I'm from Ukraine, same as this guy. And I do design, so that's how I like to talk about it. I do design, and I design everything. Product design, web design for clients, for Finsweet. Yeah, tattoo, I can design it too, yeah, if you will. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be a huge line, and for sure, yeah.
Hey, I'm Alex. I'm usually I'm doing some pretty stuff and breaking Webflow in the process and then asking Alex to give me a solution or something. So that's what I do. Cheers.
Hey guys, I'm André. I'm based in Brazil, and I just do client project here. Okay.
Hey, I'm Yves. I'm from Brazil. I'm a designer and web developer, and currently I am designing the attributes. It's coming soon. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Vini from Brazil as well. I'm working on a client project as well, and as a Webflow developer.
Hey guys, hi Brazil. I'm from Brazil, of course, and I'm Leo, and I work and develop websites from a bunch of clients here in Finsweet. That's it. Yeah.
It's over here saying he was saying Sergey's name wrong. And people are saying, great to meet you, so stellar to meet the whole team. Corey Moen, what's up? Kai Jolly, yeah, Alex is the GOAT. Let's give everybody, let's just, what's up, Finsweet Squad? Kai, we love you. Daniel Cobb watching. Who else is not here, Joe, that we need to give some love to?
I want to make sure that it's clear that this is not the whole team. This is about 1/3 of the team. And we have a lot of people maybe watching out in the crowd or not watching. So this is 1/3 of all the work that you see out of Finsweet. So everybody that is not here, we'll get you next time, the next hangout. This will happen again. So,
yeah, and I think actually what we're talking about is, can we maybe invite the community into the next one of these? Yeah. And so this was V1, this was internal. Obviously, we're coming out of a pandemic, and so, it's a little sketchy. Some of the countries have travel restrictions, and so it's like, if you were in this hemisphere of the world, it was a little easier to get here than if you were on the other side of the world. And so, yeah, maybe next time we end up in another part of the world and make this a little bit more accessible for the rest of the folks, and see what we can do. So let's see. Grace is asking, where are we working from? It's this really cool co-working space in Merida.
yeah, we're in Merida, Mexico. This is in the Yucatan Peninsula. It's about a 4-hour car ride from Cancun. And we're in a co-working space here. So we rented out the largest co-working space they have. We're sitting here, and we'll be here for the next 3 days.
Yep. And we're hoping that they got some security here, that we can leave the studio set up. Otherwise, we're going to be setting up and tearing down every day, which would be...
Yeah, 2 hours. Took 2 hours to set this up. It's a serious process.
Had we not had the Streambox, this would have been a whole other deal to set up, though. The cables to run, the inputs, managing, and so at some point here in the next couple minutes, we'll play this little teaser video of building the box and starting to tell the story of kind of what's going on next. Let's see, somebody said, oh yeah, that's the Brazilian dream team.
It is, yeah. That's the Brazilian dream team, that's right.
Yeah, let's see, Emma George is saying, so cool to hear from you all. Alex Dram, you're being asked to smile.
Impossible. I've never seen it.
Just my resting face, I don't know.
That's funny. Okay. All right. So let's see. Next one in Morocco. Iku is saying, yeah, you're up for the next meet. Hint, hint. That sounds familiar. 1/3 of the team, and we're already 4 continents there. Yeah, we're hoping. Actually, we're looking for Antarctica.
Yeah.
I think that's like the one that's gonna like evade us for a long time, and Australia. But you know, I think we'll find Australia, you know, at some point soon. So let's see. A little reiteration. Jesus, good to see you together. This is real life. Yeah, it is. So what's up? Let's see. Wait, how tall is Joe? Are we about to do a stand-up reference here?
No. We're gonna do a teaser. This is just the teaser.
Raymmar. Hold up. He might be sitting higher up in his chair. I'm not sure. Like if I'm up or.
This is me. This is the real me.
That's funny. Okay. No, I think that was part of the fun of kind of getting everyone off the bus and seeing everyone for the first time. And like, usually you're looking through this little box, right? When you see somebody, we're looking through the screen and it's like this tiny little frame. And so like, I almost wanted to like, when people are getting off the buses, like have a little picture card. I'm like, oh, that's Joe. There you go. So that you could know who everyone was, because it was, you know, like you have a perception of what they are, but yeah, we've got other bodies. That's just not the head up. And so it's like, yeah, that was part of it. That's funny. Let's see. Hi, everyone. Joe's at least 8 feet tall. No questions about it. Okay. Jay Wolf in the house. What's up, Jay Wolf? Yes, there are whole continents missing. I know. Not for long. Alana, let's say, hey guys, love the stuff you're all doing. I'm just wondering if there's an update or ETA on the videos of the G tag for Webflow e-commerce. Bum, bum, bum.
Well, we have the working team on it right now. Emmanuel Rohan. G-tag videos.
Any update?
We've got the videos ready, and it's on Vimeo. We just recorded it on the website.
Hang on, grab the mic. Grab the mic. If you're going to talk, you got to grab the mic.
Yeah, so the G-Tag videos are ready. They're uploaded on Vimeo. Published on the website.
Okay. Could do that today, or we will do that today. What are you saying?
We need to figure out the settings in Vimeo. Yeah. So once I figure that out, then we can publish it.
Almost.
And it's a ton of videos. How many videos is it? It's like 40 plus videos, right?
Yeah, there are a lot. There are like 6 chapters and multiple videos per chapter.
Yeah. So this is why it's taken us so long to kind of put this together, edit it, etc. But yeah, hopefully that'll be out very quickly here. So let's see what else is coming in. I need an animated video behind me when I meet people in real life. Yeah, Jay Poucher. Yeah, he's always got the little buzzing backgrounds and stuff. Kai's asking if we're actually working. Not really. Just kidding, we are. Some folks are. And this is work for the rest of us here. So the streaming, oh, I didn't have the mic on then. Okay, I see that. Somebody was saying that the mic is turned off. Okay. We fixed that. Okay, so we fixed that. If you didn't hear it, the course is coming soon. Hopefully the course will be up in the next couple of days for the GTAG folks. And okay, should we play the little teaser here? Should we play the little travel teaser?
Yeah.
All right, let's pull this. And for those in-house, y'all are gonna have to just, I guess if you have it tuned in and you wanna watch it on a headphone or something like that. Otherwise, we'll play this here in a second for the rest of y'all. Get it into this case over here.
The Remote Studio 1650.
It's gonna be my production studio.
Just a couple things down here, but yeah, this is going to be sick once it all lines up nice, y'all. Oh shit. Ooh, child.
Okay, so there you go. That's a little sneak peek at just the beginning of this story. We're going to start telling the manufacturing of this case, if you will. We got some comments there. Let's see. Good question. Raymmar, hang on. How did you get that through the airport security? It was something else getting this through customs. It's so funny to me, when I came in, I was so worried about the stream or the box itself, like surviving, like the screen, that as soon as I pulled the thing off, I opened it up and checked. And I think that triggered, I don't know if that was the red flag, or if they were going to talk to me anyway, because the customs person said this came marked from the back. And so they ended up charging me a tax on it. The videographer that we have here with us also brought a bunch of gear, and he had the same kind of issue. And so it's not necessarily security that has a problem with it, because it's mostly just sound equipment, et cetera. It's the customs folks that kind of gave us a hard time. So let's see, the case is sick. Had to dust off my Pelican case for this week to escape potentially COVID and kid contaminated house. Yeah. Yeah, Raymmar ex-CIA. Dude, love you using your hands, CNC machine, and 3D. Yeah, this was the case. This thing challenged every bit of my creative abilities, and the goal for it is really to be able to do this on the road. So again, to be able to turn any room we want. We've got 4 cameras set up running to this. So we've got the little wide shot here, we've got the group shot here, and I forget what's the 4th. 1, 2. Oh yeah. We have this wide shot too. I forgot about this one. Hey, what's up, wide shot? Okay, there were some other good questions coming in here. That was effing sweet. Yeah, we think there's not a lot of people doing a lot of storytelling in this space that's like narrative driven. And everyone's doing a lot of technical talk, everyone's doing a lot of teaching and instructions about Webflow, but nobody's really telling the story of what's happening with remote work, with visual software development, with all of this stuff that is kind of changing the world right now. So any thoughts on that, Joe? Your thoughts as we kind of embark on this journey? We obviously had plans to go out to No Code Conference in San Francisco. We were gonna set this up and try to do some fun stuff out in San Francisco, but those plans seem to be changing. So Joe, what are your thoughts about all of this and what's going on right now?
Well, I think it's important for the community. I think that this type of content is what we need as remote workers. Because as remote workers, We see a lot of ourselves. We're in a room by ourselves for most of the day. So being able to consume this content, see other people that are in the remote space doing things, having fun, it's motivating. It's community driven. It's marketing driven. And that's exactly why Raymmar's here. So it's just needed. We need to do it. It's not something that we planned out as a team. It's happening. It needs to happen.
Yeah, let's see. We got some comments here. And I agree with that. I think there's such a passion between both Joe and I to like give back to this community. This community's given us so much. And so we really have a passion to just like reciprocate as much as possible. And so a lot of what we do is really about that. And we'd love to hear from you. Where should we stop? Where should we go? What should we do? We're going to come up with systems and processes for letting you all kind of like give us some direction as to where you'd like to see us go. We do have some kind of charted stops. And so we're hoping that by the end of this month, we'll have a full schedule up and a website. We do have an Instagram that I just started, but there's like one post on it. If you look up Remote Documentary on Instagram, I do own remotedocumentary.com, but there's no website there. It's just kind of hosted and sitting. And so expect this to roll out. This is really early phases of kind of whatever that's going to be. And so let's see, there was a question here that I wanted to, Corey Moen was asking, did Raymmar used to run surveillance for the CIA or what? I did used to run a video production studio. And so I just wanted to like take the gear that I had on my desk. This is why when all y'all were giving me shit about my setup, I was like, I know there's things that could be better. We'll get there, working on it. It's gonna happen, like, come on. But we got here.
Yeah.
So any comments you see coming in here that, let's see, Colleen was just saying, I remember that little teaser on Twitter about the lid closing. So fun now to see the extended video. Yeah. Great. Oh, this one's good. Let's see. Hey, Finsweet, always love what you're working on. Any plans for more crypto-based hacks? Would love to see interactions being Webflow, NFTs, and MetaMask. Thanks, and keep killing it. What is the message I sent you Thursday before coming here?
A crypto-y type message.
I said you should look into Web3 and we should think about tokenizing the community.
Yeah.
So, crowd, what do y'all think? Anybody, any cryptos in the fan here? Any squad? Like, who's gonna be the crypto team? Like, are we gonna put a Finsweet crypto team together and get something going? We got to get Alex. That's pretty intense on the development side, on the crypto side. So, yeah, it's things being talked about, but no official plans. Let's see. Charles is asking, is this going to be like a tour? I don't know in like a traditional sense, like we're not fully funded, right? And so all of this is coming out of our pocket, and so like we're going to find out some way to grow this. Our goal is to kind of like self-fund the first 3-4 months of this thing, make some cool stops, create some interesting content, and then who knows where this goes from there. The dream is a feature-length documentary about remote work and how visual software development is literally changing everything about how the world works. And so, yeah, that's as much of the plan as we can give right now. Let's see. Please pluck a leaf from Joe's background. Next time we meet, I'll make a frame out of it in background. Our shit is just he's being silly here.
Everybody loved the grass wall. That was one of the first things I showed off. Just that grass wall that's normally behind me. You will not see that anymore. It is officially retired, but we took photos on that wall, so that was really cool seeing that.
I'd like to know from the team, or from somebody from the team, what's been the most exciting part, not necessarily just about this trip, but Finsweet in general, joining the team, something that has like inspired you just about, joining the team in general, or about what Finsweet is doing. Does anybody would like to answer that?
Yeah. What I love about Finsweet is mostly the people that are in the team and Joe's amazing leadership. It's just so fun to work together. There's so much room for experimentation, learning. the culture is loose but structured at the same time. We can set our own hours. We're flexible in that regard, but everyone is delivering more than they're being asked to, and that's just so inspiring and amazing to be there.
Nice. Does anybody else have some thoughts?
So yeah, I love the freedom and the flexibility we have. We can choose to work on our own hours, days, work from anywhere, like from the UK or Mexico or literally anywhere else that we have an internet connection. I love working with the team. Everyone is super nice, super helpful, super talented. I love working with Joe. I think he's a fantastic mentor, and it's so easy to approach him with even the simplest of questions. So yeah, I think that sums it all for me. Anyone else?
For me personally, and maybe a lot of freelancers could relate to that, it was like at some point when you are freelancing, you will hit a sort of a wall when you don't feel like you're growing anymore because you are alone. And when I joined the Finsweet team, I was acquainted with so many people who are much better than myself, and it was like groundbreaking for me. And I feel like I'm growing constantly here. So this is the super important part of anyone's life, I think.
I think it's nice to say that people here are very talented, but they are really good people. So we don't have bad people here. It's really nice to see that. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
I mean, I don't want to add anything that they didn't say, because like we learn from everyone, and this is a team where you can always rely on someone to help you or to learn something from that person. But also one cool thing of this team is actually, because right now we're here together and we're communicating like usual, but we probably won't miss it for efficiency purposes. I mean, like we are like working perfectly when we are like scrambled all around the world. Like we don't need to be close to know that we can work as a team and be efficient and build cool stuff together, because it just works. Like all the people in here, just the way that we communicate, the way that we behave, the way that we, like, as you said, there's no bad people in here. It's just like, it's a team that works. And obviously with a good leadership, almost everyone agrees with that. So yeah, well, that's it. Anybody else? No?
Nice.
Nice. A lot of passion there.
There is. It's one of those things, and I think this happened when I joined the team too, that like I would go and I would explore and I would see like projects. And like Alex Dram, yours was one of the first ones where I saw your projects, and then I was like looking deeper, like, who is this person? And oh, of course he works at Finsweet. And Kai was the same way, and Sergey was the same way. And like, you just start seeing this work in the community. And then Alex, right, when he, like, I didn't know of him at all. And I saw his advanced custom forms. And then all of a sudden I get this message, you know, and Joe's like, Alex is joining the team. And I'm like, say what? You know, and so it's like, it's kind of cool seeing like all the pieces come together. And a few people were saying here, where's Clammy? She was saying something about joining the team. Where's that comment? Oh, this is so hard when there's so many things coming in. Let's see, joining Finsweet right here. Joining Finsweet must feel like your first jump in the sea pool on the first day of summer. Yeah, you got to go head first. Yeah. Joe, nice. You talked a little bit about that last night. Like that was the whole conversation around, you know, the dinner last night was talking about the team a little bit. And so what are your thoughts on joining the team, building the team? What's it like to manage a team like this, remote, in person, et cetera? Kind of like, talk to me about that.
Well, I like to think that it's easy to manage this team because a lot of the people here are entrepreneurial, self-starters. motivated, that we don't have to have daily meetings or weekly meetings, or we don't even have to have monthly meetings. We have monthly meetings just to hang out and say, hey, but we don't need to manage each other and manage the team because everybody's doing that themselves. Everybody really wants to work and do this work themselves. So I like to think it's easy, that this is just a great group of people ready to do good work and a lot of good work. So it's one of my favorite things about this team.
Yeah. Zane is asking a question saying, love the cultural diversity on your team and web design in general. With most of my favorite designers being from outside the US, I've always wondered if there's a lack of talent here. Thoughts? In the United States, I'm assuming, or where? Like, I don't think there's a lack of talent anywhere.
Yeah,
I think there's the talent pool is flooding over right now. I think the hard part is a lot of times for those creative people to find exposure or to find a path or to find an outlet. One of the key takeaways from Joe's talk yesterday at dinner was that you can be as talented as can be, but if you're working on the wrong project, then maybe it's not, the right fit for you. And so finding the right talent is one thing. Finding the right projects to work together with that talent is something completely different. And so, I don't think there's any kind of shortage of talent anywhere. I think actually what we'll see over the next few years is that talent is going to become even more and more distributed. I think that's one of the things we were talking about the other day is about the actual diversity of our team. People are from everywhere, from all sorts of different backgrounds. Maybe we don't hit all the perfect quotas that people might be looking for today with all of the stuff going on, but we do have one of the most diverse teams. That's actually some of the reasons why a lot of them couldn't get here is because they're just in places of the world that are hard to travel easily to the States. And so the States also is not very friendly to some of that international travel. And so even some of the folks here had to jump through some serious hurdles to get visas and approved and everything and be able to get to Mexico. So, and Joe, seeing any other questions there?
Also, diverse experience level. That some people join Finsweet very experienced, multiple years experience in the web space or in the no-code space. And some people join this team with almost no experience, with a month experience, 6 months experience. And that also adds to the diversity of the team, not just location-based, not just where you are from, but what you do, what your skill level is, what your skill set is. And that also brings a really interesting mix to the team.
Yeah. Let's look at this one too. This is Ezekiel saying, Finsweet needs to hire Grace and get some female blood on that team.
I wish.
We tried.
Yeah. we offered Grace a position here and we were denied.
Rejected.
So everybody spam Grace, get her to join the team. I'm kidding. But yeah, well, of course, Grace is an all-star. She's here today. Thank you.
Grace. We love Grace's work. We're actively looking, right? So it's not that we don't have females on the team. It's just there's not a ton out there doing this. We're looking, right? So we're open. We're actually working with some female Webflow groups. We're working with the Webflow Community Alliance. Colleen Brady has been a huge part of the team. We're trying to get her to, come play with us formally. She likes to kind of be out doing her thing too. And so really when you come to Finsweet, it's got to be a fit for that individual.
Yes.
Right? This is a unique culture here where you have to be very self-starter. You have to be kind of focused on just executing and, I don't know. We're just learning how to grow and build that team. A lot of this has just happened over the last 6, 8 months, a year. And so a lot of this major growth has really just been taking on, and we're just figuring out how to do that. Joe himself is just kind of figuring all of this out. So let's see. Grace says, sign of a good leadership when you have a team full of self-managed, big trust. We did a whole episode on that last week.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
That was literally was last week or the week before? I don't know. Sometime the last couple episodes, we did this episode all about leadership and managing a team with Webflow, et cetera. So let's see, have we missed any? Let's see. Okay, this is a good question. Penny's asking, how many on your team started as designers versus traditional developers?
That's a great question. It's so random, I don't have a firm answer for that. And actually, a lot of people that join the team don't have a deep qualification check. A lot of people join the team because they really want to join the team, or they did one cool thing that really stood out. So we have some people on the team in this room that have over 10 years design experience. And then we have people on the team that have just been designing for a year or two, and now they are designing here at Finsweet. And actually, I love people that don't have any design experience at all. We're going more into this development type business, and we want to develop websites, and seeing people that just come here at Webflow development focused is really, really special. So there's no requirements, it's random, don't even care what your past experience is with that.
Yeah, I think that's one of the unique things here too, is that it's about shaping talent into the role, right? We're not looking to hire some ex-Apple, ex-Google, ex-whatever, blah, blah, credentials through the roof. At some point, that may change, right? Maybe we have a couple hundred people on a team and you need to manage somebody else, and then you need, but even then, like, we just don't like that mentality, right? We are fast, we're flexible, we're able to turn on a dime, you know, and we kind of like that. And that has to do a little bit with how we manage a team and how we structure the team. And so all of that is kind of important to the success of what we're doing. And that's one of the things actually Joe said the other day. It's like, you don't really need a super structured plan. You just need like competent people who can roll with the punches. And you do have to have a plan, right? So you have to be looking a few steps ahead, but we're not, you know, like paying so far attention that like it's just going to get overwhelming or getting lost in like the bureaucracy of that. I want to acknowledge Grace here because she replied to that. Love the Finsweet team, focus on building my studio for the next year, but you never know. Yeah, Grace, and we respect the hell out of that, by the
100%.
way. That happens like regularly, right? We see talent in the space, we reach out, and sometimes it's the right fit to join, sometimes it's not. Maybe later it will be, maybe later it won't be. We never know, right? You never know how this is going to play out. So let's see, Eric was saying there's a labor shortage in most industries, so we need to give everyone an opportunity to find where they can excel.
Yeah, absolutely. That is very valid. And when you know that somebody can excel in one specific piece of business, that person should be focusing on that. Maybe they're great at operations, or maybe they're great at Webflow development, or great at just design. That person should be focusing as much of their possible time on that skill. And when you start to have a large team, when you start to grow that, people get to really focus on that one thing, and that's what we do here.
Yeah. Let's
we have
see.
a great...
What's the team's opinion on real Mexican tacos? Who wants to mention anything about the food? Anybody interested in? One sec. Let me get the audio.
I'll just say that I'm just asking always that not spicy. Because I'm just not prepared for it, and that's it. Yeah. Like, well, they already see me like the tourist face, so they don't even like, I don't even have to ask it like almost all the time. But yeah, I'm not prepared for it. Maybe sometime, we still have some days left, but I'm not brave enough, I think.
Anybody else thoughts about food?
Nope.
No? We're only 2 days in. Ask that on Thursday.
Yeah. Let me see. Go ahead. You got a question for me?
Yeah, we have a question from Alan Connor. What has growth been like for Finsweet since the company's beginnings? Cliche question, but what do you see your growth like over the next 5 to 10 years? So, growth for Finsweet, there's been different types of growth. We have growth in our team. Of course, Finsweet started as just me. Now we are over 40 people. So there's just growth in the amount of people and the amount of skills that we have here. There's a lot of growth in the type of clients we work with. This is such a big change from the beginning. Working with local businesses, now working with publicly traded companies. So this is a big, big growth difference. In the next 5 to 10 years, this is where we're going to start seeing new revenue streams for Finsweet. Right now, we are focused on client work, agency work, as our main source of revenue. This is how we make all of our money. This is why everything is free. And we are not charging you for anything that we build for the community. But over the next 5 to 10 years, these new revenue streams will exist. You will be able to buy our products. You will be able to buy our community, buy into our community. maybe with some crypto tokenization, that could be cool, but there will be definitely new ways that we're making money. And that also, it's not just us making money, it's giving value to you to get you to a point where you want to give us money, where this revenue is something that you want Finsweet to have.
Yeah, and on that same line, there's been a couple times where I've told Joe, like, let's just put up a gate. Let's put up a membership gate. Let's charge for X or whatever. And he's kind of said, no, let's not do that. And mostly because we want to, that when we do start charging for any of that, when we do start adding these products and revenue streams, that they deliver at the same level as we deliver on everything else. And so for us, this is a great opportunity to learn, to do as much as we can, getting things in order before that, preparing the team and getting them up to the level that we need to do all the things, because as this grows, I think it's going to accelerate. And so we want to make sure that the foundation is stable for that. So let's see, Alan is saying, can you please bring some solutions for charts and graphs? Maybe some library. Love you, Finsweet.
Nice.
Any
charts and graphs? We don't get a lot of requests for charts and graphs. A lot of times when we're making a product for you or a solution for you, it's because we need it for our clients. That's why we don't do market research. That's why we don't send out surveys of what people want and need. It's because we know what people want and need because our clients are asking for that. And the reality is people are not asking us for charts and graphs, so that's literally never crossed my mind before.
Yeah.
I know you don't want to hear that, Alan, but that's the reality.
Yeah, and I think the hard part is if you're building like these little dashboards, and sometimes people want to build like little analytics charts or whatever for their clients and these login dashboards, and sometimes those are fun, those are great to sell. We don't sell a ton of those, but who knows, that could change down the road. So there's no hard and fast rules on everything. So let's see, Leandro saying, hey everyone, first of all, congrats for the excellent team and awesome solutions. Just wanted to clear a small technical doubt. Next comment. At some point, I think Webflow's letting, okay, I'm sorry, I don't know how to do that, to jump from one comment to the next. The way they come in, it's a little crazy. So Christopher Coleman, I'm never sure I'll be on the level to work with a team like Finsweet, but it's a fantastic goal to drive to keep going. That's not the right mindset, to let you know. I love you, Christopher. You need to believe in yourself, because why would another team believe in you if you don't?
Yeah.
Right? So one of the things that I know about Joe specifically is that there's a number of people on the team that came to the team just because they wanted to work at Finsweet, and that was more important, along with their work ethic in general, than their skill at that moment. And so don't just think that because you're at a certain skill level now, you can't get to that next skill level because you're setting a ceiling for yourself, right? You should look at this industry as an opportunity for you to create whatever life for yourself you want, right? Whether that's income, whether that's flexibility, whether that's life goals, whatever it is, this is an opportunity for you to just do that at the next level. And don't be the person that sets that ceiling for yourself, because you could be working at a big agency in 6 months, a year from now. Who knows if you're working at Finsweet in a year or two. So I would just say don't approach it like that. Let's see, anything else in here? Got to go with local flavor. Let's see. I have a very important question for you. Okay. In your Webflow business that is mostly needed now for country, can you add new payment gateway in Webflow e-commerce?
No, we're not doing anything with Webflow e-commerce. We're going to, we don't get any e-commerce requests. I guess that's the reason that none of our clients are asking for Webflow e-commerce. And for that reason, we have never thought of any solutions in that space.
Yeah. And also, another thing to remember is that when we do add-ons to Webflow, or when we extend Webflow's functionality in some way, it's usually tied to an existing feature. It's always tied to an existing feature, and we're just giving you a little different UI or a little bit of automation or a little bit of control over that feature specifically that's missing natively in Webflow. For instance, reordering your styles, or ordering your color panel, or bulk upload 301 redirects. You can create a swatch, right? So we just let you move that around. Yeah. You can already upload 301 redirects. We let you do that in bulk. And so the functionality has to be there. And so since the e-commerce API is not open and public, I just don't know how you would do that. But I would imagine Webflow is thinking about this stuff.
Yeah.
E-commerce is a huge priority for them. And so I gotta imagine they're looking to figure out how do you bring in as many possible payment gateways as you can get together on the platform. So let's see. There's quite a few exciting JavaScript libraries for CMS. Okay, there you go. Quite a few existing JavaScript libraries. Eric, maybe you can share some of those. Let's see. Ezekiel's asking, does Finsweet have established core values? I find company core values super interesting.
Well, yeah, we do.
I don't think they're written.
It's not right. It's not written down. They're almost unsaid core values when you join the team, that you're expected to do your work, you're expected to deliver, you're expected to work the best that you can work and to the most of your ability. And really that's all it comes down to. And as long as you're doing that, you are growing personally, you're growing this team, and you're going to be a superstar here. So yeah, that would be the core value.
Yeah. Kai's saying build charts and graphs with divs. Yeah, you can fake some of that stuff, but if you want live dynamic charts, it's hard to do that. Even though you can, if you have some kind of like data sync and you have some percentage change thing, but again, that's a little complicated. Just going back to the core values a little bit though, I think we do, and we're gonna do a little exercise on some of that here to see if we can like narrow those down and like put some of that on paper. I've tried as I've come in to kind of shape and not like just try to articulate some of what that Finsweet culture is, but that's a team effort. We kind of know it internally. There is some stuff on the website about the story, vision, et cetera, that you can look into deeper. But do you want to?
Yeah, I'm going to share. Yeah, I'll share this here in the chat.
Yeah.
So we've written this up, I don't know, 2 years ago or so, a year and a half ago. These do still apply. I think any company that's growing has to have constantly changing values and constantly changing missions. And that's great. So read that, go and listen to what we just said about working hard, trying your very best, taking everything to the maximum level. And that's where we are right now with our core values.
Nice. Okay. One question from Babis here. Let me make sure I push that up to the stream. Will Finsweet be complementary to Webflow? Will Finsweet always be complementary to Webflow? Have you ever considered making an independent app?
Well, we are making a lot of apps, and some of them are just internal. Some of them do have plans for release. All of them are based on the Webflow platform. We are growing a business around Webflow. We see very promising growth for Webflow as a platform. And right now, all of our clients, all of our revenue, all of our community is based in Webflow. So we have no reason to leave this platform. So we're going to build apps that help you build better in Webflow, help you build more things in Webflow, and just be able to deliver to your clients, to your business much better. So yes to apps, no to apps outside of Webflow.
Yeah. Maybe not a fully closed door. Any app, let's put it like this, any app that we build will augment Webflow or drive into Webflow or feed Webflow. So like there are things around the periphery. There are stuff that's being considered, talked about, et cetera. But again, it would all kind of tie back to Webflow as a core. We think Webflow is a very early company in the world of web design and development. As big as it is, it's really just getting started now. And we think that we're making a big bet on that over the next few years, that the stuff that we build is really gonna help amplify that ecosystem. So
absolutely.
Let's see, Joe, they wanna know if you're sponsored by Nike.
Sponsored by Nike, yeah, I've been wearing these a lot, and I'll tell you why. In Merida, it's very hot. There's just a lot of heat. And even with the air conditioning, you have to be careful about what you're wearing. I would like to be fresh. I like to feel fresh. So I was looking for a long time for like really lightweight shirts that didn't sweat, that weren't hot. I found these Nike shirts and I bought like 30 of them. And that's literally all I wear to work now. So yes, Nike gets the free advertising, but that's because they made a shirt that was able to fit my work environment.
And I feel like Maria, if you're not watching this, I don't know if you're in the comments, but if you, Maria always talks about how hot it is over there in Greece.
Yeah.
And I've got some serious empathy at this point because like I'm from Florida. I'm not from Florida, but I used to live in Florida. Anyway, my most recent permanent address was in Sarasota, Florida, and it's super hot there too. And so Joe was warning everyone about the team about like the Mexico heat. And I was like, no worry, I'm from Florida, got this. We even have the humidity, so like, okay. But what I didn't expect was that like everywhere we go in Florida, like the AC's pumping, the doors are closed, everything here is like open air, right? So like the shops are open air, the buildings, a lot of the buildings are open air, the restaurants, etc. And so like that's been, it's hot. So that's why the Nikes. I'm over here, my girlfriend made me put a collar on for this, y'all. So I blame her, Molly. Let's see. There was something else I just saw. Okay. I plan to grow an agency around Webflow like Finsweet. Would you hire me as a designer for a year or two so I can see from the inside what it's like to manage such a business? So this is not the way to get the job. I just want to give you a little hint here. You probably don't want to start by telling a company that you just want to spy on them for 2 years and then leave.
Yeah.
That's it's not the best way to ingratiate yourself. But that being said, if you got the skills, we're always looking.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that, Joe?
Yeah, well, like most companies, we want our team to stay with us for as long as possible. And that's something really important to us at Finsweet, retention rate. We have a great retention rate. We have people that come here and stay here for a long time. And yeah, if we were talking and...
Yo, hey, sorry, can we not do that? No, he's fixing it. Yes. Sorry. It's just... Yeah. Sorry, it's over now.
We had a door...
The door is like...
We had an electronic door problem, but we're back. So if you told me that you wanted to just work here for 2 years, that's not enough. That's less than most people spend at Finsweet. I mean, everybody that's at Finsweet stays at Finsweet, so that's what we're looking for.
All right, let's see. Meanwhile, in England, the Brawleys are up as usual. I don't know what that means, but maybe the folks in the UK know what that means. Let's see. Clammy's saying, I'll tell her she's finally on a well-deserved holiday. Great. So let's see. Brazilian team knows about the heat. Yeah. Let's see. Coming in super late. Arianto, what's up, buddy? Saying hi anyway. Well, hello. See, Joe Crook, I did the exact same thing, bought Nike underwear too. Nice. He's copying the underwear here. This is getting a little weird, Joe. He's in your closet. Okay, let's see. Not spying, but gathering experience. I'm not trying to steal your process and stuff. Yeah, you just don't tell people that. Like, even if you are going to do that, you just don't tell people that.
Yeah.
Just word of warning. Those are not the words to use. You can use words like, I'd love to come learn from you all, or I'm looking to take the next step in my professional development, or something like that. But you don't want to come and tell people like, hey, I just want to learn from you so that I can go start my own agency. Even if that is your goal, right? Like a lot of times you just don't want to be that forward because it's just off-putting for somebody. It's very expensive to hire and train somebody. And so if you know they're going to leave in a year, or if you know they're going to leave in, whatever, it's just, it's not great.
Yeah.
Let's see, Alan is saying, what are you all looking forward to most being announced at No Code Conf in November? Ooh.
I don't know. I try to not think about what Webflow is going to do or not do. I think it's very distracting to try to base the Finsweet business on what Webflow is doing. We're here at Finsweet. We are trying to build the best work environment here. We're trying to build the best work environment for you by using our community and using our tools, and that's all we focus on. So whatever they announce, I'm going to be excited about, but I have absolutely zero speculation, and yeah, I don't have anything to answer that question with.
Yeah. They better bring the heat. I will say
Yeah,
that.
I'm looking for some heat.
They better bring the heat. I think that the whole community is like, we all know there haven't been a ton of major product releases. They've done some teasing at the Webflow World Tour a year plus ago. Vlad has done a couple live streams, but they haven't been real specific about what they're working on. And a lot of people think maybe we get like early access to any of it, but we don't know shit.
Nothing.
Like we don't know anything about what they're working on. They're super tight-lipped about all of that. And so, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to potentially see user login stuff, more stuff around native memberships, and I would love to see some logic. Like, I just want to be able to map a form into the CMS. Like, can I create a form, and just like I bind data on the page, can I map that form back into the CMS? Be fantastic. So let's see. Do we provide internships, Joe?
Well, that's up to you. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
It's up to you to make that decision if we do.
There have been people that came on in those roles. It's really about, again, doing something to catch the eye, to catch the attention, to add value, to show us that you'd be an addition to the team. One of Joe's benchmarks for hiring people is that the new person does something better than somebody else on the team or that anyone else on the team. And so, like, every time we want to add a new skill set that's not either on the team or complementary to something that's on the team as well. And so how do we like stack those skills? And so, yeah, it's really up to you all to figure out a way to stand out. We're talking about the difference in how much you spend on recruiting and hiring versus like most companies these days. And it's almost nothing we spend on recruiting. Like, it's literally nothing. No dollars in advertising, no dollars in recruiting.
We don't post job listings. We don't have any job board. It really is up to you, the people, to decide if you're going to join Finsweet or not. And that's really how we run with it.
Yeah. Let's see, bruh trippin'. Unrelated to Webflow, but as far as e-commerce goes, what are your thoughts on Shopify? It's growing, and was wondering if Finsweet would ever do e-commerce builds for clients.
No, we are not that interested in e-commerce right now. And maybe one of the reasons is because big companies are not looking for Webflow e-commerce. And because of that, we don't service e-commerce. So we're not going to be interested in that until we have clients coming to us for that service.
Yeah. And because of the size of clients we work with, the e-commerce needs we would have are probably different than, the Etsy shop that your friend might want to set up, right, or the couple shirts that the store on the corner might want to put together, right? And so we would probably have a lot higher requirements for what that e-commerce would be. And so just stay away from that at this time. That's not to say that that won't change down the road. But we also are not interested in the Webflow to WordPress or Webflow to Shopify or those experiences. Maybe as that evolves and gets better, again, no doors are closed. Mm-hmm. But right now, it's kind of like tunnel vision, Webflow.
Totally.
Let's see, comments in Webflow. That'll probably happen. And there are tools that you can do this now. There are tools that you can open up Webflow and you can kind of like leave comments. I would be surprised if they didn't have something planned like that as part of their collaborative feature where I can like select an element and attach a comment to that div or to that tab element or to that something. And it would like maybe be absolutely positioned to the corner of that with a little, indicator or something that's like, hey, there's a comment here, and you can go into comment mode and see where the markup is. Or maybe it's part of the editor on the front end for the client to leave you notes. I don't know. Yeah. There's a lot of cool stuff that could be evolved. I see Sergey. Do you have any thoughts on this? Does anybody have, no? Nobody? It's like, we've never done this with a live audience too.
Yeah, the first time.
There's a cool question about Alex.
Oh, there is a cool question.
Where?
From Bashar. I want to know how Alex became so good at JavaScript and how he learned when he was starting. Alex.
Because I like it. I mean, I could give like a motivational speech about it, but I think it's just because I like it. I've been always curious about how stuff is built, so it's like I haven't followed a specific path for learning stuff. It's just being curious and curious about what you like and how other people that does things that you like and you would like to build also. Just being curious about, okay, this person has built something amazing. I want to know how did he build it. So you just, because one of the great things about this kind of job of development is that you are super autonomous. I don't know, is that the word? Like you can just look up anything that you need to figure out how something is built. Like you need to learn anything specific because you want to achieve a specific functionality that you're trying to build. You can do it. You just have internet. So I think that's the combination. It's just being curious about something that you like and wanting to build something as a goal, and just, well, you want to reach the goal, so you just do it, and that's it. I mean, and yeah, obviously, yeah, I could just give you some courses that I recommend, but I always recommend just do that. Like, be curious, try to think you want to build something, just go ahead and try it. And you'll stumble with a lot of complications, and those complications, when you solve them, it's when you learn, like when you really step up your game. So I think that, yeah, that's it. Thanks.
And I'll add to that, in addition to what Alex said, Alex's brain is set up for JavaScript. The way he thinks is great for code. It's very, very good in that sense. Just like a designer has the type of creative juice and the creative mindset to be a designer. So you need to be curious, you need to work hard, you need to really love and be motivated to go learn something, but you also need to have that base brain mindset to go and do that. And you have to make sure that you have that. You know, you can't just want to be curious about JavaScript and learn JavaScript if you're not a JavaScript person. And that goes for design, that goes for literally any industry. So when you put those two together, the natural ability and that curiosity, that's when magic happens.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's just the same way attitude is more important than having the specific skill in that moment. The determination, the ability to solve problems. This whole industry is about resourcefulness at an individual level. It's about your ability to Google, search, explore. I saw a meme the other day, and it was like a developer and his wife. It was like a conversation back and forth about them, and he was an experienced developer, and she was saying she was taking a developer course, and he was asking her how it was going, and she said, "Oh, I'm cheating. I'm looking everything up online." And you know, he's like, "Should I tell her? Like, that's not cheating. That's literally how the industry works, right?" And so it's like, it was a meme. It's hard to explain a meme, but anyway, like that is how it works. It's all about just exploring and learning. Question from Grace here: what's the most interesting client project you're working on right now? Or maybe that we just launched, or something in the last.
Yeah, let's do Give Butter. Go to givebutter.com. We just launched this last week. It's a huge Webflow build. This is a really, really awesome company. They have a fantastic fundraiser software, and they released a whole bunch of new products, a whole bunch of new features, and this rebranding and website launch was part of that. Not only did we build this website in Webflow, but we set up their entire content management system inside Airtable, and then used Noble Airtable to then feed that information into Webflow. And this company is at a new level of organization, a new level of design. It's awesome. So this is a really, really special one. It was a 4-month project, and that's probably the answer to that. Yeah.
Yeah. And it is a beautiful website. Kudos to Sergey.
Yeah, it's Sergey who's here in this room.
He can't hear it right now. You can't hear it right now, but the audience is clapping for you. Okay, so let's see what else. We've got just a few. We're kind of over the hour, but I don't think we have a hard cutoff here. So let's see. All right, we already did that one. Let's see. The Mega Nav. Oh, yeah, talking about Give Butter. Yeah, there's so much on that.
And a great part about this site also is GiveButter had a lot of different web properties that were all put together from different systems into their website. They were on this service and this service and this service, and it all worked. But now everything is hosted through Webflow that should be hosted on Webflow. Everything is part of one content management system in Airtable, and we've not only built them a new website, but we've helped them reorganize their business and their web properties. And that's really, really special for us.
Yeah. Let's turn the auto push pull here. Guys, I gotta go, dinner's ready, and my wife is shouting at me. Got it, I can't hang. Yeah, keep up the good work. That's okay. There are still 85 folks hanging with us. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, we'd appreciate a subscription to the channel. That helps, make sure you get the rest of our content. We're doing this again on the fly. We don't have a big content team that's like planning 6 months out for content, right? So a lot of times the streams are kind of off the cuff. We're like a week ahead, maybe, sometimes a couple days ahead, sometimes a couple hours ahead. And so, yeah, just stay tuned. The best place to find this and all that we're doing is at the Finsweet YouTube channel. So subscribe there if you're looking to keep up with any of this stuff coming up. There may be other, I don't know, we haven't decided how we're going to release some of the upcoming content, but Finsweet YouTube channel is probably going to be like the core for a lot of that stuff.
Totally.
Let's see.
We can bring one up from Zane.
Yeah.
With the retirement of the leafy background, my background wall, that green wall, it's bye-bye. Do I smell some sort of Finsweet rebranding coming soon? Yes.
No, never.
Yes. The answer is absolutely yes. That is what we are working on. Starting next week, we have a lot of cool things coming for this new Finsweet brand. Our current website is great, and it was built when 100% of our efforts were focused on agency, right? You scroll through that site and it's agency, 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 and that's great. That's a really important part of our business. And now we have this community side, we have this marketing side, we have all of these other things, and those need to be represented in the website and in the rebrand, and that's exactly what we're doing for you. It's going to, and the good part for you is it's going to make what we do easier to find. If you notice our sitemap, it's just, we made a list of everything that we have. Like, let's just take every single thing that we're going to release and put it in this single sitemap page, and that's cool. But now this needs to be transformed into a new project, into a new build.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's so much.
A lot.
There's so much that has changed over the last couple of years, even the last 6 months. And there's so much content. We're even thinking about some of that, like how do you walk into the Finsweet door and we make sure you get exposed to a lot of that other stuff? Because right now you come in for one channel and we don't have retargeting set up. We don't have like big analytics. We're not tracking a lot of like the extension. There's a huge data play to be made on something like that, where you could be tracking Webflow users' behavior and blah, blah, blah. Like, we're not tracking shit. And we actually had some conversations about that. Like, is big data something we need to be worried about? Are we thinking about? Whatever. We're just kind of letting our intuition here. Again, we have so many talented people that are building and working, and so many people that are coming with problems that need to be solved in the real world, that becomes a huge data set for us to figure out, like, okay, focus attention here, solve this problem. And then once we solve that problem, it's usually give that tool to the community.
Yeah.
And we're gonna keep stacking that and doing more of that. So, yeah, let's see. Thanks for the great answers. Gotta go. All right, Grace, see you later. GiveButter question. Did you all roadmap vote system in Webflow? The vote system does GiveButter have a vote system?
Does GiveButter have a vote system?
I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding that question.
We talked about our voting system last week. Maybe they're talking about that. On Thursday, we're going to have some interesting updates for you. We're going to release some very cool things that we're working on just for you. So if it's about our vote system, yes. Tune in Thursday.
Nice. Okay, let's see. Ludovic, thanks for not answering my question. Sorry, they come in quick and they scroll through. If you'd like to ask it again at this point or recopy and paste it, we'll try to get to it. Apologies that if we don't get to every single question here. We are trying, but let's see, anything else? Solutions web to print output, yeah. There's a ton of features that people probably want or could need. It's hard.
Sure.
That's one of the things that we'll release is like a voting system for where we're going to put our attention. So we are working on something that you all can make suggestions for product features and different things that you'd like to see from us. And we'll assign a difficulty rating and like an internal score for that. And then we'll let the crowd vote on whether or not you think that that's something we should, build.
Yeah.
Somebody asked earlier about Editor X, and I don't know where the comment is right now, and I don't want to get too deep into it, but I think of Editor X the same way I think of like WordPress theme builders and Wix and Squarespace and some of these other projects. They abstract the code away. I like Webflow abstracts the code visually, right? So in Editor X, you don't understand the box model. You don't understand Flex. You don't understand any of the CSS properties, right? So Webflow, what makes Webflow different is that they have abstracted the actual building blocks of the web into a visual interface, right? Where every other website builder is just abstracting the process into their own little framework or into their own little drag and drop thing. And so you're still playing inside of like some sandbox that doesn't give you full control of these building blocks that make up the web. And Webflow does. And we think that is what makes it so special and why it will be so adaptable as they allow people to bring more data in, to connect and integrate that with other projects, etc. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, well said. Absolutely.
Okay. Anything else?
Okay, let's close up with Harshit's comment here. Can you prove that you're next to each other? Maybe by giving the cap to Joe.
Nah, my hair's a hot mess under here, y'all. Ooh.
There we go. You can't finish that.
That's fine.
So it's
and probably
real.
a little sweaty and gross. Okay, I think we are going to wind this down. So,
yes. And please join us Thursday. Thursday is going to be a different type of episode as well. We may do a little bit of live building, but we have a lot of things to announce here. We're going to be releasing a whole bunch of new things. And Thursday is the time, 12 Eastern, same time as the start of this stream. So definitely join us Thursday. We'll all be here again, ready to release some things for you.
Yeah. Let's do one more question,
okay.
Just because we like to not leave anybody here. And Ludwig, if we really did leave you out, apologize. We'll get you next time. But did you see opportunity getting existing enterprise-level websites in Webflow, but effed up by inexperience that needs to be improved and rebuilt in client for CSS? Like rebuilding enterprise sites with. We talked about this before. Like, someone was talking about maybe do they rebuild their old Webflow sites in client first?
Yeah, we get a lot of problematic large builds, and it's becoming more frequent and more frequent that enterprise companies come, they have a big site, it looks nice, but under the hood inside that project, it's terrible. So yeah, I actually see a really big value in going to companies and saying, hey, we're going to rebuild your Webflow project in Webflow in a neat and organized way. And that's one of the reasons we have Client First, to organize that process.
Yeah, great. Okay, I think that's it. We will leave it at that.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's everything we got scheduled for today. Let's effing grow.